However, just as she reached the last symbol, a sudden banging noise came from outside the door. Upon realizing it was Obel at the door, she quickly looked back to see that Kara had returned to Earth. Solas's heart sank in despair. Then she walked towards the main hall, watching Solas's despondent figure. In the end, Carter couldn't recite the last symbol. But just as he was about to leave, the last to step out of the room suddenly appeared before him. Moreover, he carried a strange homeward as blue light spread across his entire body. Carter instantly lost control of his body. What astonished him more was that he had transformed into a figure of a DA, and he was teleported to the vehicle outside. Hearing Carter referring to himself as a fun, the envoy radiated disdain from head to toe. What followed completely shattered Carter's understanding. He never expected that men actually appeared long before Mars was formed, and they do not suffer from the burden of death. To make their long lives more interesting, they searched various planets capable of nurturing life, and they waited for the right moment to intervene. To ensure this too, population growth, society divided and more rapid, slowly perish after these stages. Mars is currently at its most critical moment. He would not allow the thing to be interrupted by anyone. As for Solas, he would completely vanish from the woods alive, along with everyone aware of the ninth ray. Carter wanted to prevent the tragedy. However, he couldn't break free from the control. At the critical moment, Yora suddenly rushed forward. The envoy was caught off guard and bitten on the arm. Carter instantaneously regained control of his body. Mortality does not equate to invulnerability. I have shot people like you on Earth. With that, Carter tore off the emblem. He left South and say Rai's flyer. After picking up Solara outside, he immediately headed towards the Sakar territory, because he was very clear. With just his full strength, he cannot possibly confront Sabu and the Divine Messenger. However, when he entered the chief's tent, he was surprised to find Tar sitting inside. Immediately, Carter and Jeddah were taken to the arena. Clearly, Tars wanted to use the two to reinforce his position, as deafening cheers erupted. But White had emerged from the dungeon. But surprisingly, Carter, with his powerful jumping ability, managed to outmaneuver the Eight. Seeing this, Tars immediately ordered another White Eight to be released. He believed this would end everything. However, he underestimated Carter's abilities. Sola. Watching the Sakyans cheer for him, Carter directly challenged Tars. He then invoked the warrior title he previously earned, calling on all Sakyans to support him. When the clansmen all raised their weapons, Tars had no choice but to accept the challenge. As the cheers echoed throughout the land, Carter officially became the new chieftain of the Sakyans. However, when he and his army arrived at Zion City, he found only one person guarding it. Upon learning that Sabu had sent all soldiers outside Haram City, Carter decided to take a warship to rescue them, but Jeddah disagreed vehemently. Seeing that the Sakyans were unwilling to break tribal rules, Carter had no choice but to pilot the aircraft alone. Meanwhile, the Wang party was slowly heading to Haram City. Once the two entered the Wang Hall, the twin moons in the sky perfectly aligned. It seemed the Divine Messenger's plan was about to succeed. At a critical moment, Carter finally arrived. He then revealed the entire truth publicly. Seeing that everything was exposed, the Divine Messenger immediately ordered Solo to take action. As no light reflected into the sky, the soldiers of Sultan City immediately launched an attack. Caught off guard, Haram City quickly fell behind. But at that moment, a warship suddenly burst into the hall. Following that, the seconds forcefully joined the battle. With both sides working in sync, Sultan City was swiftly defeated. Seeing the defeat was certain, the Divine Messenger directly dealt with Sabo. Once Haram City returned to calm, Carter declared his feelings to Solas. Looking at the ring on her finger, Solas immediately said yes without hesitation. The two then became husband and wife under the gaze of the twin moons. To completely cut off any thoughts of returning to Earth, Carter threw the insignia away. Little did he know this fulfilled the Divine Messenger's wish. That's enough, Earth Wayne.
It's time to leave. People return to Earth.
Waving to open his eyes again, he had returned to the cave. Carter ignored his stiff body. He hurriedly crawled towards the stone platform, but since he had no emblem, he couldn't activate the teleportation portal. Looking at the distant Mars, he didn't know what to do. At that moment, Carter suddenly remembered the words of the envoy. If they had been interfering with planetary development, there must be more than one envoy on Earth. To find them as soon as possible, Carter began to excavate ruins everywhere, until 10 years later, he finally obtained an emblem again. However, before he could take action, he felt the envoy was following him. When he learned that Hisoka called him back, it was to protect his body, and hurriedly got up and rushed to the graveyard. According to hints in the diary, he successfully activated the mechanism. However, before the tomb door was fully open, the envoy appeared behind him. But upon seeing the situation in the tomb, both of them were frozen in place, and a gunshot sounded from behind. Seeing his sharp nephew, Carter bluntly told that at that time he couldn't find the emblem on the island. The reason he made the workers do that was to provide the Divine Messenger. After saying that, Carter walked straight into the tomb. As the blue light began to glow,